Heading towards Cup Week. Cup Week means trotting horses, galloping horses and the A&P show here in Canterbury. But how do you get started if you want to become a breeder and trainer?
When I left school, I started working in a racing stable in Wellington. I was living in Nelson originally at that time, and started working there. Did a brief stint in Wellington, and then I've pretty much been either working in stables or training my own horses since then.
And then you ended up in Dunsandel.
Yes, I shifted from Nelson to Christchurch about 10 or 11 years ago to be a bit closer to the action, and spent 4 years managing Royden Lodge at Templeton, and then moved on from there, and this property became available just at the right time, and so we moved into here.
You say you were training your own horses, so you had your own horses at that stage?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I've always had, a handful of horses in training, mostly owned by ourselves, and the odd one owned by other people.
And so what are you running now?
At the moment we've got about 9 or 10 horses in work. We've probably got 25 horses on the property, all varying ages. So yeah, we're working 8 or 9, and we're just trying to process a few horses and try and turn them into some money.
And it's interesting that you married somebody who sort of came with sports horses from a horse background.
Yeah, that's right. Julia was, she came and worked at Royden Lodge for us when I was there. Part of the job there was preparing yearlings for the yearling sales, and she'd had a lot of experience in that area, so we employed her for that season, and it went from there.
You'll be sitting looking at the sports horses on the place and saying, not much money in those compared to trotters and pacers.
No, that's right. The potential, the earning potential of your average dressage horse is almost nil. But I know she gets a lot of enjoyment out of it, and it's quite a skillful exercise really. But I had no appreciation of it at all before I married her. But now I can see what goes on. But at the end of the day, there's no money.
As far as you're concerned, speaking of money, you're a farrier, so you're able to bring some into the business?
Yeah, it props us up really. Most of the horses here we own are solely on our own, so you can go for long periods with no income whatsoever from them. So being able to go out in the afternoons and shoe a few horses for other people keeps the bills paid and the feed in the feed shed.
The wolf from the door, as they say.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, on top of that, you're breeding. You've got a very fine stallion behind you.
Yeah, that's a new thing for us. We've been given the opportunity to take Christian Fire in and operate him for the season. So we're really looking forward to that. He's a lovely little horse with a beautiful pedigree, and hopefully he can get some mares to breed.
Small. Is this the modern trend now for pacers?
Yeah, I think the stallions that are coming out from the US are gradually getting smaller and smaller, and your big old cart type standard breeders is slowly being bred out of the system. And this fella's a half brother to Courage Under Fire, and he was a tiny little horse, I think 14 2 hands, I think, and didn't stop him winning $1.5 million, and now he's a very good sire.
The Monkey King's not all that big.
No, he's a little horse as well, and the little horses are possibly mature a bit quicker than the great big ones, and they've got a bit more zip, and it's all about speed these days, and little horses have generally got more speed than big ones.
Your advice for somebody who wants to follow in your footsteps and end up with their own stud and their own operation?
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities out there for people to get into the industry at grassroots level, whether it be just helping another trainer on the weekend, or there's plenty of stable jobs around. It's not a glamorous job by any means, and the hours are very long, and the money isn't great, but the experience that you'll get from it is, if you've got the ability to take in knowledge, then you'll do well.
Well, with all due respect, you should be very proud, because this was a bare paddock when you arrived.
Yeah, there was 9 hectares of bare land here with a small 1-bedroom cottage on it, and yeah, we've been able to develop it from here, and we've got it pretty much the way we wanted it, and so no, it's been good. And if it hadn't been just bare land with a wee cottage on it, I wouldn't have been able to afford it at the time anyway. So we got in at the entry level, and hopefully we're building it up from there.
And obviously a lot of money being ploughed back in.
Yeah, it's anybody that's got horses will tell you it's just a constant spend really. There's always something that needs improving, and horses are great wreckers of things. They test your fences out pretty severely, and they'll a horse can do a lot of damage in a short time. So you're constantly maintaining stuff, and it's a lot of money in, but we don't count it too hard. So
It's a lovely lifestyle, isn't it?
Well, it is, yeah. We can start in the morning when we want to, and we can quit when we want to, and if we want to go away for a few days, we can. It is a good lifestyle, and with a little bit of luck, the rewards are very good.